Reverend Fathers, everyone here today. Since I arrived in Kimberley yesterday, I have been met with nothing but friendship and hospitality from everyone. Today I went shopping with Brother Donald, and I was introduced to so many people in the supermarkets and elsewhere that knew Liam and had very fond memories of him. I think I met half the people of Kimberley today. I learned so much more about Liam and the wonderful work he has done here in Kimberley since he arrived here 22 odd years ago. Brother Donald also told me so many things about Liam that I hadn't known before. He referred to him as a living, working saint. Liam was the fifth of 7 children of my departed parents, Robert and Ida. As he was just 1.5 years younger than me, he was my mentor. He was also my tormentor, but he was my friend as we grew up. He was the natural leader of the gang of friends we hung around with in our neighbourhood, and he was my protector within that group. When we got up to mischief, and Liam did get up to mischief when he was young, Liam had the ability to shift the blame off himself, and I was left more often than not carrying the can. And I got punished for it. Yet I always admired him. And when big trouble came, Liam looked after me. Once, when we were very young, my mother banished us from the house for coming home very late. I was terrified, but Liam immediately removed the bikes from our shed out the back and made a makeshift bed with old clothes and rags to sleep on. He always knew what to do in a crisis. On another occasion, and I shouldn't mention this in front of the bishop, we were robbing apples from trees in one of our neighbour's gardens when the neighbour came out and caught us. Liam quickly escaped, but when he realised that I was about to be caught, he came back and rescued me. My parents were very proud of Liam as a young boy of 14 when he decided to join the Christian Brothers, and equally proud when he was professed some years later and took the name of Pius. He served in 6 different schools in Ireland and was promoted to principal teacher. But as principal, he always wanted to be in the classroom, teaching children. He was always an innovator in his teaching methods, and he was at the forefront in introducing technology in the early years of computers and IT systems. But he gave it all up to return to the original principles of Blessed Edmund Rice, which was to help and educate the poor and those who are less well off. Occasionally, as I travel around Ireland, I may call into one of the schools in which Liam served in. And like in Kimberley, he is remembered with fond memories. On the last occasion when he was home in Ireland, we visited a Gaelic, that's an Irish football and hurling club, which was associated with the school in which he had served in that area. We were welcomed with open arms, and the club members were instantly able to show Liam photographs of himself which adorned the walls of the clubhouse. That was a wonderful tribute to him, that he was recognised and appreciated after all those years. I know Liam will be missed by the remaining members of his family. His brother Eamon, his sisters Anne, May and Deirdre, and as you heard, Deirdre, along with her husband Liam, travelled out to Kimberley to be with Liam. About 12 years ago, my elder brother was very sick with cancer and he was dying in Ireland. Liam came from Kimberley to be with my brother, but my brother died just before, or just as Liam arrived. He didn't get to see him. Now, this year, my sister and her husband came out to be with Liam before he died. And Liam died just as they arrived in the airport. So history has repeated itself. Hopefully, my family and friends will be looking in online tomorrow at the funeral mass. When Deirdre and I return to Ireland, there will be a further mass in memory of Liam. In addition to his extended family, which includes nieces and nephews and friends in Ireland, I know that he will be missed in Kimberley, and especially by brother Donald Madden, his long colleague and friend here. He will also be missed by those he cared for and who cared for him. I would especially like to mention nurses Ina and Olga, who cared for him in his last days. Marnie Storm, a dear friend of Liam, who travelled from California, USA, to be with Liam in his last days, and who held his hand as he passed from this life. His friends, two Peters, who are here today. And of course, Brother Dominic, who came to look after Liam after he had his operation last June, and who returned in December again to look after him. Thank you, Dominic. Lastly, may I, on behalf of Deirdre and the rest of my family, say thanks to all of those who made today a special day and who are also organising the funeral mass and funeral tomorrow. Gurev Mila Machagut, which is the Irish saying for 1,000 thanks to all of you. My daughter Aisling recorded a special hymn in Irish, which will be played after I shut up and sit down. As it will be in Irish, I thought I might speak the words in English to you so you would know what the song is about. Christ is the seed, Christ is the harvest. Into God's barn may we be brought. Christ is the sea, Christ is the fish. In the nets of God may we be caught. From birth to age, from age to death, may your two arms, O Christ, be around us. From death to the end, not the end, but a rebirth. In the paradise of graces, may we be. Thank you all.